You guys are pretty silly. Yeah, you're pretty silly. You gonna stay with me all night? I'd like it if you did. Just don't poke me with your horns. What do you think? Think you can accomplish that? Welcome back to Anything Outdoors with Steve. Today we're hiking. Weird. This is going to be a solo overnight, judging by the height and girth of my pack. A lot of stuff in there. This is rounding up to be between a $5,000 to $6,000 pack with all the camera gear, sleep gear, extra provisions. It's sure adding up. What we're doing is just a single overnight, maybe two, depending on how I feel once I'm up there. You know, things will change. So I've got enough food for 3 days, just in case. And I think we're gonna have some fun. The bear grass is just starting to get a stalk going up and getting the little flowerlets at the top. All these thimbleberries are budding, getting ready to flower. Some down a little lower already have their little white blossoms on them. Looks like it's the early March zone for this area. The glacier lilies are still popping. Got some of the violets and glacier lilies. Yeah, looks like the early stages of spring. It's kind of what makes this so fun. Sure is a lot easier to be sitting on the couch. What could go wrong? All right. Woo. This trail was named one of the more popular or go-to trails on some of the hiking apps, which is why I'm not saying the name or the town or the state. We're keeping this as secret as possible for as long as possible. This is one of those locations that if people find out, they will ruin it. One of my go-to hikes previously was completely ruined by overrun people. It's to the point now where school buses unload and start hiking that trail. And this was kind of a turn around the COVID area there when they were locking things down. People were starting to hit the trails, and it made a whole lot of addicts. Once you realize, wow, some of the beauty out here, it sure changes things. The go-to hike I previously had Had a little twisted up cedar tree as a midway point landmark. That thing was a couple hundred years old, and it was just a meandering S shape, real low to the ground. And of course you think 200-year-old tree is going to be big. This thing was maybe 3-4 inches at the base. It had a hard life, and being that S curve, real low to the ground, thousands of people hitting that trail, some dumbass decided to jump on it. Oh, this is springy. Oh, look at that. I'm bouncing. Look at me, I'm bouncing. You know, just complete moron. Of course, splitting the tree, killing it. Struggled there for 200 years or more, and it's now dead. That's sad. That old trail was made there by miners back in the late 1800s, maybe even mid to late, and they would haul things out. They would haul ore out by donkey or horse, and occasionally along the side of the trail you find a chunk of ore that had fallen out of the pouches. Hundreds of years of them going by. A lot of these trails are made by old mine or logging trails or something that required them to go into the woods. And more often, these trails are made by animals, which is how they became more established trails later. Of course, many of you will recognize this trail if you've ever been on it before. But let's keep this a secret, right? There's actually quite a few animals up there that if we start overrunning trails like this with people, it's going to be damaging to the animals. Plus there's always the mighty hunter that thinks they scored big when they kill off a goat that walks right up to them. I don't know why, but I really like this rock outcropping here every time. And these stunning mountain peaks. This is probably one of the reasons why it's one of my more favorite hikes. I can actually see a little stream of water coming down. A waterfall. Won't show up on camera at all, I'm sure, unless you're on a big screen TV. It's amazing the amount of stuff on flights or on this camera. Looking at these little tiny screens of what you actually miss when you're looking at it on the big screen. And there's a lot of times I'm looking back thinking, oh man, if I would have known that was there, I would have flown there or flown that longer or whatever. There's always the hindsight when you're looking at it on the big screen TV. Oh. Start to use your winter coat. Coming for you. There. Chin, chin, chin. Cute. Alright. She got one whiff of me and said, oh hell no. Not going there. It's nasty smelling. This is where the trail kind of sucks. Just uphill. What the deuce? This trail can't make up its mind. Uphill, downhill. We're almost up to the snow level. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Little blue-capped bird. Gorgeous little thing. I need that waterfall in my backyard. Have a little table set up. Drink my coffee right there. These here are the micro huckleberries. You can see the plants. This is about as tall as it gets. It's about a foot tall. But the blossoms are these little itty bitty dots right here. And the berries are about twice that size. So they're microscopic little berries. But my gosh, are they flavorful. I've picked about a dozen of those little micro huckleberries before, and it barely is about the size of my thumbnail in the bottom of my hand. And you pop those in your mouth, my gosh, are they just flavorful. Way more intense than your standard huckleberry. It's almost the equivalent of a wild strawberry versus store-bought. Looks like we've got some campers out there. That was where I was gonna take a little rest and reminisce. That's our old campsite. Freeze our butt off site. My forehead's getting sticky with salt. I can feel the salt crusting on there. It's a good thing I took some more electrolytes. Somebody's camping on the backside of the lake. My gosh, I've never seen this lake that packed. And by packed, I mean 2 campers. I should say 2 campsites because you got multiple per. I don't think I've ever seen anybody camp on the backside. That's kind of cool. We'll see if I can intrude. I could definitely use a rest before the final leg, because going up over the ridge kicks my butt. I'll be going slow. These last few hikes with this backpack have been a little uncomfortable on the straps. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm getting fatter or if the foam or padding is breaking down. But it's starting to dig in a little. I like this part of the trail. It's the last bit. Last 40 feet of elevation gain. So close. This last little bit, it's almost enough to give you a second wind. Almost. So close. I bet you I'll hear voices here pretty soon. Probably the most demoralizing part of this hike is knowing that my favorite campsite's gonna be taken. See how bad it is. Seconds away. See if I've got tears. Come on. I already know the answer, but come on. I can't see it. Well, I can fly it. Little baby. Yep, there's people on the campsite. Goaty. Hey, buddy. I can already tell it's going to be a windy night. This is definitely not Mr. Ideal camp, but it'll do just fine. Go. Got my filter bag hanging up. I'm gonna start setting up my hammock. And we'll cook up some food. And get out of the bugs. Okay. I'm a salty mess. You guys better not attack me at night. Okay. Pretty much at this point, anything liquid is going to be good. It really doesn't matter what it is. I already got a bug in here. Those bastards. Jeez. Ah, got me. Okay, bug out. That's nuts. Womp. All right, are you guys gonna keep my bears away? Gonna keep my bears away? I'm a salty mess. You guys better not attack me at night. Okay. Well, got these little biting flies attacking everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at you. You're just rolling around. got enough service right here that I can text, so that way Melissa knows I'm good. And got a nice little goat party with a wee baby back there. They should probably hang around with me all night, I'm sure. But we'll see. Got about 100 of these little biting flies just waiting to get in. They're all just attached to the screen here. Well, I think I'm gonna do just fine. We still have our goat party going on out there. They look like they might be camping here for the night. Yeah, this is still a pretty decent spot. I can't complain too much. I mean, a little. It's a lot of work to get here and to find out that your favorite camp spot is taken already. Just crushing. But yeah, like I say, it's not terrible. I'm a little less concerned. I've never seen bears up here. Not saying that doesn't mean they don't exist, but I haven't seen them. And on top of that, I have my goat party here. Just to be certain, I'm not going to eat in here either. I don't want any spillage. So I'm going to go brave the bugs, eat outside as fast as I can, and make sure there's no food scraps or anything else left off in here. So I'll take this cup too. You guys are pretty silly. Yeah, you're pretty silly. You gonna stay with me all night? I'd like it if you did. Just don't poke me with your horns. What do you think? Think you can accomplish that? No horn pokes? I'd like that. Okay. Go there. Actually, all my food scraps I'm going to bring somewhere else. Wind's going to just blow that over as soon as the breeze hits. I think I might start a small campfire. Sole intent, get smoke blowing the same food. The sole intent is to get smoke blowing the same direction as the food smells are coming. I hope you didn't eat my camera. Oh, there it is. You're pretty cute. I'd take you home if I could. Get you away from all these damn biting flies at least. All right, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Nobody. All right. You're gonna follow me, huh? All right, let's go up the ridgeline. It's kind of funny, the goats, Melissa was saying, man, you would think they would have a miserable life up here. And I said, I don't know. Because last year, we were sitting on that rock, and they were all around us, and then they'd kind of wander up this way, and then they'd just go for a rock climb. They'd be bouncing all over those cliffs. And then 20 minutes later, after their little rock climb, they'd come back down and say hi to us. She's just gonna follow. It's funny. So yeah, I think they're having fun, bouncing around just for fun, because there's no food up there. All the food's down here. They just go up there to have a little playtime. That's so funny. Man, these big flies. That water's beautiful. Man, what a beautiful day. It's funny, all that water is just from snowmelt right there. There's not even a trickle above it. Alright, climb out. This sucks. It's almost like it's going uphill or something. That is why this location remains somewhat of a secret. The people that know where it is, you can write in the comments, I know where it is, but don't give the location. Because it's really easy to overrun a spot like this. I'd venture to say not a whole lot of people are willing to hike this far, but you never know. Oh, which goat trail do I take? Straight up or meander? Meander. It's going away from our destined location, but I don't care. All these blooms. It's beautiful. I think I'm coming out of here in the dark. It's all right, I've got a bright flashlight. Figure actually if I start rolling out around 2 or 3, or 4. I think if I roll out by 4, I'll be able to get out. Let's see, what time is it? 11:30ish. And of course the whole hillside's covered with them. Man, it really does smell good. That is awesome. I'd have to say it's got a more of a nectar scent to it. This is precisely what I was referring to as far as being a pro to solo hiking. Choose your own adventure. If you're with somebody that doesn't want to take the extra excursion, then you miss out. I've wanted to do this little section for quite some time now. And of course, usually it's me that's too tired, and I still am. But I'm pushing anyway. And it's gonna be worth every step. I'm just gonna go nice and slow. Take your time. There's no rush. And enjoy every step of it. Feel like a little schoolgirl. Yeah, this is fun. I love that pre-warning of the wind coming, whooshing through the trees. You'll have to tell me if it's the hottest day of the year or not. It's supposed to be triple digits. It feels about maybe 85, a little cooler than yesterday. Of course, I'm heading up into the snow region. That's going to drop the temps a little bit. Oh, little bird up there. Let's see how sneaky we can get. Not nearly sneaky enough. She's gonna fly off way before we get there. Here she goes. And you can really see the rock lines now. So I'm going to stay away from this trail here. That's the goat trail. It's way too close to this loose stuff. Oh, missed it. Got bit by one of them biting flies. All right, so we should be looking at the map on a ridge up here, overlooking a few lakes. Look at that, at least one. Oh, little pond. That thing's still mostly frozen. That is funny. You can see the stream leaving the backside. That thing's gonna dry up fast. You can see how much red is in the water too. So you cannot drink that water at all. All right, well, I'm not gonna drop down just to go back up. So this is gonna be lunch spot here, if I've got a spot to sit. This is a tough life for trees up here. And the smells. Does have the better view. I've got no view from here. Let's take a gander. Maybe this lower spot will have a good view of the lake. Still amazed that the goats can just hop up and down this stuff like nothing. I mean, I'm not even getting close to the edge, and I'm looking at all this loose rock here thinking there's no way I would risk ever stepping a foot even close to that. All this stuff is so loose. Oh yeah, this might be our lunch point, is maybe down on that little trail there. That's pretty steep. I don't realize it going down, but this is gonna suck climbing back out of here. So I'm gonna sit right there have a snack, and fly a bit. Alright, that was a pretty good lunch spot. I'm gonna start booking it down towards the trailhead and get out of here.